I'm just
Don't mute us. Or do.
But most of the members of that team are LAN veterans, so we'll see how that kind of experience plays into this in our first match of Splat Zone's Black Belly.
Oh, nice. I love me some Black Belly. And Slimy is going for that junior right off the bat. Bomb spam.
We do see on the side of FTWin that they are picking a lot of the weapons that we have said are strong in this meta, this current meta. But we haven't seen, I think, a Luna yet in our matches.
No, we haven't. And Luna recently got a buff, and it's pretty strong now. I've been having a bit of a hard time keeping up with it because I'm so used to facing blasters of longer ranges.
Yeah, but the Luna, very strong pick for...
Oh, speaking of Luna, there it is, popping in.
Just popping in, just
yeah,
hanging
just popping
out.
in. So this is how she plays.
I think, I want to say that's Kyo.
Well, probably.
Kyo uses that, like...
Yeah.
Can I say hideous?
You can.
The hideous, like, space armor.
Oh gosh, that thing. Like, only wear it for memes. Oh, we got 2 bombs popping in. And a baller rolling in. Oh. Nice, Kaden. Look at that. Look at that. Did I not say that he was great?
Not letting them get that knockout before taking the zones.
Yeah, Kaden basically single-handedly saved that, which is amazing.
Yeah.
Like, that situation looked really hairy with that baller, all those armors on, and Kaden just came in there and said, no thanks.
But, you know, you do see, wow. You do see that the FTWin does take the zones back again, needing to cap, again, to reiterate, both of the zones in order for your points to tick down.
Right. But Mikaru decided to take out that Luna, so that gives them a 3v4, and let's see what they do with that. Ooh, lots of splats left and right. And hey, it's hey. Oh my goodness, and we've got Booyah Bombs going in. I don't think that Booyah Bomb was placed very well. It was just kind of awkwardly on the side of the giant tower in the middle.
But we do see that FTWin's counter is counting down.
They only have a few seconds and
zones. So
not quite.
Yeah, do keep in mind that if you take one of the zones from the control from the opponent, they cannot gain any more points in that time. They must take that second zone back before they can get points.
Absolutely.
Oh, that space armor. What an experience.
Ah, yes. Amiibo exclusive gear. Yes, I would like to buy this statue just so I can get some of the ugliest gear made.
It's an experience.
It really is.
I'll just experience.
I mean, if you're ever just goofing off with friends and you're like, hey guys, let's see who can make the worst outfit, you gotta pick that by default. Like, that's always my go-to middle armor.
Really?
Yeah, if we're going to, like, for ugly clothing contest, I
Oh,
always
and then
go
you need the flippy floppies.
Yes,
The
exactly.
flippy floppies, yeah.
Exactly, and then the pufferfish head. There it is.
Okay, I see it.
I see it.
It's a look. It's a look in my head.
It's a look. It's cursed, but it's a look. I'm sorry, chat.
Blurst? Blurst is probably
No, it's not even blurst. It's just straight up cursed.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it's not allowed to be blessed.
Anyway, we have Anchovy Games Rainmaker on our next map and mode. How do you feel about Anchovy?
I love it.
You like Anchovy?
I like Inco 5.
Inco 5?
Inco 5.
Inco 5.
Because it's Inco and then the V is 5.
I'm just gonna leave.
All right, bye. Talk to you later.
You might need another commentator to come I think we are starting our next match, Rainmaker Anchovy Games.
Oh, man. But anyways, yes, I love Anchovy Games. One thing that you do want to keep an eye out for is those fans, and very rarely, this doesn't happen very often, but rarely, the fans do spit out ink and you can die from them. It's happened to me, and it's very unfortunate.
You know, I would not be against seeing that happen to these
Honestly,
teams.
I would love to see it happen. It's unfortunate, but I want to see it happen.
It'll be really an experience.
Right. Well, anyways, we've got
Oh,
a wipe
we got a
already.
wipe.
All right. Well, let's get some points.
And wipes are deadly when it comes to Rainmaker. It really just
Absolutely.
gives
Look at those numbers.
so much way.
Look at that. Just those bombs. Am I going to slow down? Nope. Your bombs don't scare me. I'm just going to bring it out all the way to 6.
I think they might reset it.
It'd be
they're
pretty
not
smart to
resetting
do it, but interesting. I'd reset it at this point, though. It's a 3v4, and things are not looking good.
Yeah, we can even see just the amount of turf that FTWin
There
has.
it is.
Yes, that was a good decision, I think, on the part of they trying to.
Just kind of force them out a little.
Well, you
Absolutely.
see this map, how blue this map is.
It is mind-boggling.
Truly.
Oh, Caden's trying to get a pick. He's got bubbles ready to go. And he's got somebody visiting him. How nice.
Oh,
I don't think he's very welcome, though.
I think someone just fell off the map.
Ooh, that's unfortunate. Oh, can Caden get this? Nice. It was a trade, but at least he stopped that Rainmaker.
Yeah, I think at some points you do want to be aware if the enemy is making a run for it with the Rainmaker and you're the only one up on their team, sometimes you do want to take that
trade.
was it Squidicide mission?
Squidicide. It's Squidicide.
And stop the Rainmaker, even knowing that you might die from that push.
Right. Anyways. We've got bubbles coming in, and those bubbles are going to act as a big, huge shield.
Yeah, so I think that they are trying really hard to get that moment that they need to be able to
Just
dunk
a
that
perfect moment
Rainmaker.
just to do that.
Yep,
Yeah.
right there.
It's nice. Just kind of force their way in, just kind of squirm in. Just, excuse me, I'm just going to kind of push my way in here. Thank you. This looks like a lovely pedestal. I think my Rainmaker looks nice on it. Absolutely. And those splats are amazing. Like, hey, so this, guess what? It's for the win.
Winning.
It's for winning. For the winning.
Yes, for the winning.
For the win. Absolutely.
Yes.
Oh, man. Anyways, yeah, I love Anchovy games. It's a great map. It is super fat. It is super fantastic. And it is a really, really fast-paced map if played in the right way.
Yes, I think so too. And I think what's important to mention about Inkblot is just that it's small. It's a small map. I'm
small.
trying to say what.
Yeah, it's very condensed. There's definitely no open point, like, hey, there's this wide open area, with maybe the exception of the plat.
Yeah.
But even then, it's not super wide open because that area is generally kind of safe.
Yeah.
Unless the enemy's pushing on in which case it's not safe at all.
Yes. You also want to be able to push in front of the tower. By pushing in front of the tower, your tower has a safe path to travel, letting you get more points. So
Absolutely.
So even if your tower is stuck at a checkpoint, you want to be able to have that pressure and push forward just a little bit.
Right. And a really important place to go to when you're pushing that tower forward is the battlement area, which is kind of right where the plat is at. It's just that upper ledge that you initially drop down onto when you come up from spawn. And if you're pushing in, you want to get into the enemy's bats.
Yeah.
And that gives you control of the plat and basically their spawn. It's a really great spot, and it's a spot you really want to focus on.
Got it. Yeah, I agree for sure. I think that is definitely one of the choke points that you want to like keep an eye on.
Yeah, if you control that, you're set. Anyways,
Yes.
we've got 2 stealth jumpers, so the other side has to be really careful and watch that sky.
Yeah, and we do know that FTWin is a very aggressive team, meaning I believe the 2 stealth jumpers were on FTWin, right?
Probably.
I'm just gonna run with the assumption that it was. We know that they are an aggressive team, which means that if they have that stealth jump, they will not let up that pressure.
Absolutely. Another really important thing to keep up pressure is jumping in at the right time to the right place. If you just foolishly jump into the front line over and over and over again, you're just going to get yourself splatted.
Yes.
But if you're jumping safely back to a back line and you can just keep up that push regardless of if you just got splatted, it will be as if you never got splatted in the first place.
Yeah.
And we got an escapee running back to spawn.
I think that was a smart choice because I think they were a little bit out of position. They were kind of just by themselves, and it gives them a chance to be able to regroup with their team before, you know, accidentally getting splatted by the enemy team.
Right, and that's a ballpoint. Like I said, ballpoints are very popular right now. Ballpoints just kind of casually picking things off, not necessarily being the aggressor, but just cleaning things up, getting turf, and getting the objective.
Yeah, and something to mention specifically about Itachi, there's something in the competitive community that we call the Itachi fall-off, where Itachi always plays ballpoint and will shoot into the air, and for some reason, just one speck of ink will touch you and you will get splatted by it.
Ooh.
So something to be careful of as you're facing against an impressive ballpoint such
Absolutely.
as
Like, if you think you're safe behind a wall, think again, because they will shoot above, and those bullets will fall on you.
Yes. Oh, just narrowly not quite getting that checkpoint.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah. So what's
Now they have to go
special-
through that entire thing all over again.
That, I think, is what makes tower control a little bit frustrating at times, because if they don't make it through the entire checkpoint in one go, they do have to try again from the start.
Right. So it's not necessarily just a nice, easy, all right, we just kind of ride the tower nice casually, and we don't have to worry about it stopping right here. Oh, ooh, that direct.
Yeah,
Nintendo Direct.
literally a Nintendo Direct.
A Nintendo directly to you. Oh man, but that tower is cruising, but Slimy's sneaking up, seeing if he can kind of shoot them off of there. And hey, the fall off.
Let's see if Itachi got that fall
Come
off.
on, come on. Aw, not today. Maybe
Not quite.
later. Oh, there's wipe actually. This is really important for the other side. And trying to be claiming as much turf as possible to try and take advantage of it.
Yeah, so I think that's the smart move when your opponent gets wiped, to be able to push forward and turf as much as you can before they get back.
Absolutely. And notice how they kind of left the tower be, because they knew for a fact that the other team would not touch it and ride it, because they couldn't, because they're not there. And they made themselves useful by pushing forward and getting a lot of turf. But it looks like that turf already got claimed back.
Yeah. FTWin does have a paint-heavy comp, maybe except the blaster, but that NZAP will definitely help. Oh, hello.
Woo.
With that.
Those armors will help too.
Yes,
My goodness.
for sure.
Yeah, they're all trying their best to try and squeeze in, but it looks like they're kind of fighting 1v2s at this point. They need to group up and pick a specific squid and say, hey, this is the guy we're going after. Let's take him down. You know, the blaster's just kind of poking here and there, seeing if he can get anybody. That tower is ticking down, and oh, 1 point meme? Tower control
don't
edition?
know.
Aw, so close.
But it's okay, because I think that the way that they're playing is they're playing kind of safe. They don't need to break that checkpoint.
Right. It's not super desperate.
I think at this point, FTWin would rather hold their ground and keep the pressure up against the China in order for them to maintain that lead.
Absolutely, especially since there's only a few seconds in. We got a wipe last second. Now, this time around, they can't ignore the tower because it is the last few seconds, and overtime requires the other team to be on tower and be alive. So as long as the other side has complete control of that tower, they should be fine.
Yeah, and we'll see how this goes.
They're doing pretty well right now.
I think
that
so.
was a really critical booyah bomb, controlling those bats are super important. Oh, we only have one squid left. Oh, that was unfortunate.
I think
pushed him off.
The armor pushed him off, right?
Right. He was the last one standing, and he just kind of went, hey, excuse me, I'd like to stand on this tower, thank you very much.
I think that's
they played it very well. Both teams played that very well. But that one key moment, that was a play. That was big brain.
Yeah, I think that's just the double-edged sword of using armor on a mode like tower control, where you might want to use armor to protect yourself and to be able to stay on the tower, but also you might get bounced off the tower and lose an overtime.
Yeah, definitely. Like, that extra armor definitely helps. But you also want to have somebody else nearby, in my opinion. So that way, if something happens, like they get thrown off, you have that backup plan.
Definitely, yeah.